About 5 years ago, I was... So everyone knows that the highest, the most I ever weighed was 550 pounds. About 5, maybe 4 years ago, I felt myself gaining a lot more weight after I reached my lowest, which was between 380 and 390. Felt myself gaining a lot of weight, and I decided to go see a weight loss surgeon for a consultation. When I went into the office, he had me step on the scale, and I was 498 pounds, and I was fucking shocked. I was like, ah, shit. And then this weight loss surgeon talked to me about, all the stuff, but I didn't listen to a fucking word they said. I just kind of sat there like, shit, I have gained a lot of weight, and I need to do something. And I didn't do anything for a very long time. I didn't do shit, little things here and there. The reason why I'm starting this video off with that story is because that's what we're going to be talking about today, weight loss surgery, and really just weight management in general. This is going to be a two-parter because I am going for an actual consultation today with a weight loss specialist, also a weight loss surgeon, and I'm going to get some information, and we're going to see if any of that is for me. So first, I'm going to talk about what I know about weight loss surgery. I do know that there's 3 different types of procedures. You got your gastric bypass, you have the gastric sleeve, and then you have a lap band. No matter what, I'm probably never going to do a lap band. From what I heard, it's just useless for someone as big as me, so fuck that. I've heard a lot of good things about the gastric sleeve and the gastric bypass. I have a lot of friends, a lot of close people to me that have gotten it. They all have nothing but great things to say about it. They sing its praises, and they all seem to be doing really good. And if you are one of those people, fucking keep it up, man. That's awesome. Side note, I hate when people say keep it up. I feel like that's something that I'm going to want to dive into a little bit later in one of these videos, but don't tell people to keep it up. It has this air of you're probably going to fuck up, but I'm going to tell you to keep it up. This way, when you do fuck up, I can say, I told you, man, you got to keep it up. I fucking hate that. Don't tell people to keep it up. Just congratulate them or just leave them alone. Or give them, solid, constructive advice. Don't tell people to keep it up. You're being a piece of shit. Anyway, so here's what we're going to talk about today, weight loss surgery. We talked about those 3 types. From what I know, I don't know much about the sleeve, and I believe, if I'm getting this wrong, fucking throw it back at me. I believe with the gastric bypass, they remove a large portion of your stomach, and they connect what is now a golf ball size stomach to your intestine. Now, I'm not so much scared of the surgery as much as I'm worried that it's not going to fix the problem. And the problem being is that I just overeat. I love to eat food. Food is delicious. I'm sure everyone has heard of Louis C.K. and his whole idea on weight loss is about the same as mine is, which is I don't eat until I'm full. I eat until I hate myself. And it's because food is so good. It's delicious and it's wonderful. And I've stretched out this stomach enough to where I need large amounts of food to feel full. And even when I feel full, I still keep going because why the fuck not? It's delicious. So yeah, I'm a little bit concerned that if I was to get weight loss surgery, it's not going to fix what the inherent problem is, which is if I'm bored, I eat. If I'm sad, I eat. If I'm happy, I eat. If I'm hungry, I eat. But then I eat a lot more. So I'm a little bit concerned there. That is one of the questions I have written down that I'm going to ask the weight loss surgeon. We're going to do that. That's why this is going to be a 2-part episode, because what I'm going to do is when I come back from it, we're going to talk about that. So you might get 2 YouTube videos today. Holy shit. It's like I'm just throwing out free content. I do know also that once you do have the surgery, eating is not the same at all. You shouldn't be eating things like bread and rice and shit like that. You also can't drink any carbonated beverages ever again, apparently. That's what I've been told. Again, right now, just let everyone know, this is just what I think I know. Could be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know. I'll also let you know after I talk to this guy later on today, and I update everyone. So I know that I can't drink any carbonated beverages ever again. That's not really a big deal. I'm not that big a fan of soda. I used to be. I used to drink soda all the fucking time. But when I started on my first weight loss adventure, I stopped drinking soda. And I kind of like lost taste for it. Sometimes it's fucking delicious. But most of the time, I don't really fuck with it that much. So yeah, soda, not a big deal. Kind of sad about the beer thing. If I was to get the surgery, I do like beer. I drink a lot of beer. I don't really drink a lot of beer. I drink a lot of beer, and it's delicious. It's fucking awesome. So that is something that I would have to think about. I'm not worried about giving it up, but I'm worried about those cravings, that temptation. That could be a big deal. And now here's where I really want to talk about the whole weight loss surgery ideal. I've done a lot of research. One of my past partners just got the weight loss surgery. I believe they got the sleeve. Now, when they went to the doctor gave them this information in this video, and one of the videos it was saying that there is a hormone inside your stomach called a ghrelin. And with a ghrelin, when you take the stomach out, or at least most of the stomach out, the ghrelin hormone is removed for a certain amount of time, so it makes it easier to not eat. Ghrelin is a hormone that makes you hungry. It's the signal to your brain from your stomach that's like, hey man, fucking starving, give me some food. So I've heard that when they take out the stomach, or at least that large portion, the ghrelin hormone is removed and the hunger kind of dissipates. I've only heard, out of all the people I know that got the surgery, I've only heard of one person agreeing with that. The rest of the people that I've talked to still have rampant hunger, still have these hunger cravings, this like up late at night, like I need to eat some fucking food right now, even after they've eaten a good hearty meal. So that's a little bit nerve-wracking, because you're going through with this surgery, or I would be going through with this surgery, and then after it's all done and completed, I'm still fucking hungry like I was before. But now I have a smaller stomach, and if I eat too much, I could throw up, or I could burst a suture or something. I don't know all the information, so I might be sounding like an amateur right now. We will fix that later on today. But yeah, that is something that you need to think about, that I need to think about, is if I get this surgery, is it going to fuck me up real bad? In regards to later on down the road, when I want to eat and overeat. Like right now, if I overeat, I'm going to let you guys down, but I'm also not going to have a dumping syndrome, which is apparently when you just get flushed and you're just going to throw up. I think that's what it is. Could be wrong. There's so much that can go wrong after the surgery. I've heard the surgery is pretty safe, on a grand scale. Anything that's surgical has its risks, but I've heard it's a pretty safe surgery compared to any other regular one. So that's a little bit concerning to me. Also, here's a fact that I looked up, and I'm not sure if this is true, but apparently about 70% of people who do get the surgery will gain almost half of the weight they lost back after 5 years. Now, half of the weight you lost is not all the weight you lost, so it's still better than nothing, but it still seems like a lot to go through for just half the weight that I have to lose. Half the weight that I have to lose right now would still leave me at roughly 350, 380 pounds, which is not a life to live. At least for me. I don't want to live that life again. I don't want to have to go there. I would rather not do that. So that's a little bit disconcerting as well. Another part of those videos that I've seen, and a lot of the statistics and a lot of the efforts for people to get the weight loss surgery, is that there is a statistic that I was quoted by someone, and I don't know how true it is, but it goes, you are more likely to get a brain tumor and then survive the surgery of a brain tumor and have the brain tumor never come back than you are to lose weight on your own and keep it off for the rest of your life. I don't know how much I believe that. I would I feel like that is a... All right, so I have a lot of feelings about that statistic. First off, if it's true, holy shit, we're all in for a lot of trouble and a lot of hardships. Number two, I feel like that could be a doctor's statistic to get people to do the surgery. I'm not trying to shit on doctors. I don't know. What does a doctor have to gain from a fat person getting the surgery? Fuck if I know. But we'll see. Three, it almost makes me not want to get the surgery. It almost makes me want to just prove to everyone who would believe that. It's like, well, I fucking did it, so fuck you, right? But then just having that planted inside my brain makes me real worried, and it makes me discouraged almost, because I don't know if that's true. And if it is true, like, I'm apparently when you get to my size, what happens is that your brain expects a lot more food, right? And no matter what you do, drinking these shakes, this isn't a shamrock shake, by the way. This is spinach and apple. It looks like a shamrock shake, tastes nothing like it. But aside from that, if you do the shakes, if you eat healthy, if you're just eating the protein and the complex carbs and the vegetables and all that, no matter what is going to end up happening is that you're still going to be starving, and you yourself are going to be fighting your mind. And I do agree that fighting your mind is almost an impossible fucking fight, right? So it just goes to, it leaves me in the ideal of, shit, is this just impossible? I don't think it's impossible, or I wouldn't be fucking doing this, but it definitely makes me feel like there's a possibility that this is impossible. It makes me feel that I might be doing all this for nothing, which is why I do want to see a weight loss specialist. I am completely open to surgery. That's actually how this started. I was going to definitely get the surgery. I mean, not definitely, I don't really know, but I'm open to it. I'm interested because I need all the help I can get. And I was always very embarrassed about having to admit that I would need surgery, because I felt that it was like me admitting that I lost. Because I always had this fantasy in my mind, like, oh, you know what? I'm going to lose this weight by myself, and I'm going to do it all by myself, and yeah, fuck yeah, I'm going to be great. And I can still be great and still get surgery, you know? Like, that's still a great thing to do, because I'm being transparent that, hey, I need help. Like, this is hard. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's a little bit hard to imagine that if I do get the surgery and I'm still going to put back on the weight, like if we're going off statistics, then one statistic is telling me I'm going to gain half the weight back. One statistic is telling me I'm going to lose my weight, but then gain it all back. And I don't know what to think. I don't know. I guess that's just something I'm going to have to deal with myself. But yeah, so that is all the information that I have currently about weight loss surgery and my current feelings about it. I'm going to have a lot of different feelings come around 3-4 o'clock today when I go for the actual consultation. Today's Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter hashtags will be Fat Mac and Dennis Go to the Doctor. It's going to be me and Germ. You might know Germ from various activities at places that have to do with insurance adjusting or juggalo gatherings. So if you know him, you'll see him in some videos today. And yeah, once I'm back from there, I'll be uploading a video to give you all the information that I just got in regards to weight loss surgery. Quick shout out to Michelle Airy. I've probably pronounced your name wrong. Kept me in check last night. I really wanted to eat some food, and she was just straight up like, no, don't eat the fucking food, guy. Which normally I would really not like. I don't like it when people tell fat people, oh yeah, just don't eat. Fuck you, of course, don't eat. That's real simple. Like, that's very easy. It's like telling an addict, like, oh, just don't do coke, don't fucking shoot heroin. Yeah, of course, don't do it, but that's not a viable option sometimes. But last night it was. I didn't eat shit. I just did some extra work, went to sleep, got up early, and good on you, Michelle Airy. Much appreciated. A few more things on Snapchat. I'm going to be doing this thing called Fat-ziety. It's fat anxiety. It's the anxiety that you feel as a fat person when you're put into weird, aka embarrassing situations. We're going to be doing that. Instagram, Twitter, at Lose the Jelly. We're still going to keep that up, obviously. This is day 3, and we're still going strong. High fives to all of you. And yeah, let's keep it really fucking weird.